trustees and members of the community, this is a really great day because of our 3 student voice pieces. And the third student voice comes on a very special day, a very interesting day to have this group come, because as you all know, today is Pearl Harbor Day and the 75th anniversary of Pearl Harbor. And it has been our great honor to both welcome our student delegation from Hikone this fall and to send our Ann Arbor students over to Hikone. And you guys, I want you to know I was following you on Twitter the whole time, and you did a great job of tweeting out your progress, and thank you for doing that because it helped us to follow along with what you were doing. The Ann Arbor Hikone Sister City program is a long established tradition. And in fact, our Sister City relationship will celebrate its 50th anniversary coming up very soon. This is a long established tradition in each of our communities, and we are enriched by this partnership. There was a time when such a connection would not have been possible. It is remarkable that on today, December 7th, 2016, we are welcoming our students, our Hikone delegation, and celebrating friendship with our Japanese brothers and sisters. We have come so far, and our children have led the way in healing the wounds of war by offering friendship and understanding, along with the thousands of peace cranes that you all offered that made the ultimate sacrifice. You offered to those that made the ultimate sacrifice in the conflict, and I know you're going to share more about your peace cranes. We are pleased that our students have made such a difference in building a bridge that has spanned our globe and has lasted for many, many years. Thank you, students, for hosting a Japanese student in your home this fall. And in turn, thank you for traveling to Japan to be welcomed by our partners there. I know that you spent many months applying for this opportunity, preparing every week for months to learn the culture, to learn the language. You did not take your ambassadorship lightly, and I want to congratulate and honor you for that. Yours is a true lesson in diplomacy. So welcome back to Ann Arbor, and we're looking so forward to hearing your report. Ms. Bacalor, who oversees our Community and International Partnership Department and Division, will introduce, I know, and make sure that we know the adults that we have to thank. And I also want to offer our thanks to our parents here, because I know that you made sacrifices along the way to both welcome the Japanese students and to make sure that our students had a safe and wonderful trip. So welcome back, and Ms. Bacalor.
Good evening, trustees and Dr. Swift. It's my pleasure to introduce the 2016 Hikone Ann Arbor Educational Exchange Program staff and students to the school board and the community tonight. We have a rolling slideshow of pictures going, so I'm going to ask you to do the impossible and take a glance at some of those while you're also listening to the presentation tonight. As Dr. Swift mentioned, the purpose of this program for all of these years has been to encourage international understanding among young people in their communities. We have lots of people to thank for their support for the program, including the City of Ann Arbor, the Friends of Hikone, the U of M Center for Japanese Studies, the U of M Language Resource Center, the Japan Business Society of Detroit, PTSOs at the various buildings, and others. And of course, a huge thanks goes to the parents, because this is a kind of a family program. It's many months of study and preparation to go, so thank you, parents. As is our custom, in October, we welcomed 14 middle school students to Ann Arbor, and last month we sent these fine middle school students and 1 high school student and 2 teachers to Hikone. The delegation behind me represents 2 students from each middle school and K-8. And the student ambassadors, while they were in Japan, stayed with host families and attended school, and they'll tell you about some of their experiences there, as well as traveling to Kyoto and Hiroshima to present 1,000 origami cranes at the Children's Peace Memorial Museum. I want to make sure to acknowledge the 2 teachers who were part of this program from the beginning and chaperoned the delegation to Japan. And they are Mr. Ian Shepard, social studies teacher at Scarlett Middle School, and Liz Kelly Sell, ELL teacher at Carpenter Elementary School. And now I will turn it over to Annette Ferguson, our Hikone Exchange program coordinator, to introduce the student ambassadors.
Good evening, trustees and Dr. Swift. Thank you for having us here this evening. Our students spent many, many hours preparing for this program. They committed to weekly classes from June to November. They hosted families and, of course, traveled. Part of this process was learning to speak Japanese, and we all learned it at various levels. But tonight we're going to let the students introduce themselves, and a few of them will add some words about what this program meant to them. And we're going to start with 8th grader Rose Seidel from Tappan Middle School. She is going to give you the speech that she gave in Hikone at the welcome ceremony in Japanese. And if you'd like to see the screen, we'll show the version in English. So, Rose.
Hi, I'm Rose Seidel. I go to Tappan Middle School. Hikone no minasama, konnichiwa. 今日はここHikoneにご招待いただきありがとうございます。このプログラムに関わることができることを誇りに思います。ここで過ごす時間は一生忘れることのない素敵な思いになるでしょう。Hikone Arbor Exchange プログラムは新しい友人に出会い、お互いの文化の違うところだけではなく、似ているところもあるんだ。ということを発見できる素晴らしいプログラムです。これから先の交換留学の機会の基盤をより一層揺りがないものにしていくのは私たちです。アナバとHikoneの間の友情とつながりを私たちとHikoneの皆様でより一層深めていきましょう。この旅は私たちにとってかけがえのないものとなります。たくさんの思い出を作っていけるのを楽しみにしています。Thank you.
Hi, my name is Julian Singleton. I'm a student at Forsyth Middle School, and I'm in 8th grade.
Hi, my name is Rose Bash. I'm in 8th grade at Tappan Middle School. I loved being immersed in Japanese culture. Despite the difference in language, I was still able to connect with a lot of people. For example, I connected with my exchange student Coco through music. I know the Japanese song Totoro, while she knows Taylor Swift. I made so many lifelong friendships. I'm very thankful for all that happened.
I'm Zoe Buhalis. I go to Ann Arbor Open. I'm in 8th grade.
I'm Erin Simmons. I go to A2 STEAM. I'm in 8th grade.
I'm Olivia Andrew Vaughn. I go to Forsyth Middle School. I'm in 8th grade.
I'm Loie Jones-Perpich. I am in 9th grade and I go to Skyline. This amazing trip made us more independent, responsible, and willing to try new things. The experience was eye-opening, and it was especially powerful to go to Hiroshima and see the Peace Memorial. The Peace Museum was touching, and it made the reality of our actions seem more important. Going to Japan was life-changing, and we are so grateful for the opportunity.
My name is Lauren Jansen. I'm 8th grade at Slauson Middle School.
My name is Samantha Winston Brown. I'm in 8th grade at Scarlett Middle School.
My name is Anthony Stewart, and I'm in the 8th grade at Scarlett Middle School, and we stayed at Inai High School, or Junior High School. While we were in Japan, we learned a lot. One of the main things we learned was how to do stuff without being rushed or hurried. We also enjoyed spending times in our schools and at our host families' homes. Most of all, we'd like to give a big thanks to Liz, Ian, and Annette Sensei for all the hard work they've done. Thank you so much. Domo arigatou gozaimashita.
Hi, I'm Matindra Ghosh. I go to Clague Middle School, and I'm in the 8th grade.
Hello, my name is Peter Nemechek, and I attend A2 STEAM at Northside and am currently in 8th grade. The Hikone Exchange program was one of the best experiences of my life. The first time I visited my host brother's school, I noticed several differences. For one, it was surrounded by rice fields. There was no wasted land in sight. The hallways were wide and not cluttered by lockers like most American school hallways. The space felt more open. Students remained in their classrooms throughout the day while the teachers rotated rooms. I noticed that the students treated their classrooms more like a second home. They ate their lunch in the classrooms, and at the end of the day, they swept and extensively cleaned it. Those 3 days were some of the most enjoyable times I had in Japan, and I wish I had another day or two of school. Like I said, the Hikone Exchange program was one of the best experiences of my life. I will never forget it. I owe my thanks to you for making this program possible for all of us. Minasan, domo arigatou gozaimasu.
We actually have some gifts to give to Annette Sensei and Liz Sensei and Ian Sensei to thank them for all of the hard work they put into this.
And for being so helpful and kind whenever we needed it.
We really enjoyed talking to them and learning about Japan with them.
Well done at keeping the gifts a secret from your teachers. Excellent job there. They were very surprised. Well, this is such a wonderful program, and we look forward to this every year. Trustees, would anyone like to speak to these wonderful young people? Trustee Stead?
Thank you. First of all, I know it's an enormous amount of, not work, but it's time and commitment and excitement. I'm interested in hearing from one of you or a couple of you what you think this will do for your future, how you see this applying to what's possible next for you that would be different if you didn't have that opportunity.
I think I'll feel a lot more comfortable traveling and doing more exchange programs after doing this at such a young age.
I think it kind of changes the way I think about learning a language and speaking to other people with different cultures. Kind of widens the thought of like going to a different place and thinking about how other people are different from what we are.
Originally, I knew there would be a large cultural difference, but when I got there, it was just so different. And I feel like now I'm going to be a lot more like open to like how other people like act and what their like normal is.
I feel like it really opened a lot of doors. It was a really new experience for me and everybody else, and I think in the future I'm going to be more comfortable in new situations, and it gives you a different perspective on the world, and I just think that's really important.
By doing this program, it makes me want to learn more about different cultures, and I also want to do some other exchange programs.
I think this program definitely has opened my mind to have better understandings about other people and cultures around the world.
This program made me more internationally minded.
Any other questions or comments? Trustee Thomas?
First, I have to express my admiration for your ability to learn a foreign language that is so different from English. I'm terrible at languages. I took French in high school, and there are some similarities between French and English, but I still struggled with that, so I can just imagine how hard it would be to try to pick up Japanese. My question for you, and I would address, maybe one or two of you could address this, but what did you find most different between schools in Japan and schools in the United States? And was there anything that was really quite similar?
I was most surprised about how much they cared about their schools. They cleaned them themselves with rags and buckets of water, and they treated it like their home, and I really thought that was interesting and cool.
I think they really did care for their school, definitely like a second home. They were also a lot more responsible for their school. They cleaned up after it, and they treated it they just treated it like it was their child almost. Like, they even helped serve some of the lunch at our school, so that was a very grown-up thing to do.
I think that's a great lesson for all of us.
Yeah.
Trustee Lightfoot.
I too just wanted to congratulate you all on your travels. You have no idea, even though you think you do, you have no idea the impact this will have on your thinking and the way you conduct yourselves, the way you approach things, just the rest of your life. And so what you think you know now, you just wait. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. Dr. Swift has put together a group of young people to advise her and talk to her. I would invite you all to put in writing some of those things that you'd like to see maybe us consider in our own district, and email that to the board and to Dr. Swift. This is the body that oversees the policy and the budget, and so we're sort of the first stop when it comes to innovative ideas and thoughts and putting the funding with that. But love to hear your thoughts and ideas for the district as you move on to the 9th and the 10th grade. Maybe there's some things that we could consider doing a little different. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Trustee Bascott.
Thank you for sharing your experiences. Every year we get a delegation coming to us, and I'm always so jealous of the opportunity that you all have had. How many of you had traveled internationally before? And Canada doesn't count. Very good, very good. And so, Ms. Seidel, I believe it's Seidel, how were you selected to speak to the Hikone delegation? Did you volunteer for it? Did your colleagues vote for you? And how long did it take you to learn your script?
Well, Annette and Ian and Liz asked me if I would be interested in doing a speech, and I said yes, so they selected me for this one. And so I sent it in English, and then it took me a while of just reading through it and getting it in my brain to learn it. I'm not sure exactly how long, but it took me a lot of reading through it.
Well, congratulations. I mean, I don't speak a lick of Japanese, but I'm sure you were phenomenal. I'm sure you were well received.
Could our students who also gave speeches in Japanese in Hikone raise your hand?
Awesome. That is wonderful.
So we asked Rose to do her speech today because it was appropriate to the welcome and the hospitality you're providing us, similar to Hikone.
Well, once again, if you ever need a school board member to travel with you, just remember I've got first dibs. Application process. All right. We're going to. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think you ask that every year, Trustee. Anyone else?
I just want to say thank you for making the presentation, and what a great experience, something that you will remember for years and years and years, and be able to tell others about and encourage other students to get involved. Did you get a quick study when you first got there?
The students meet weekly from June to November, and we do culture and language classes. And so they have homework through the summer. They are practicing. We give them common phrases. They picked it up so quickly.
I'm sure they were. I know when I went to Japan with the educators group, we had a quick study when we got off the plane the first day. They gave us this session of all these words, and I think I remember 2 of them, and I used those 2 the whole time. So congratulations, and thank you for coming this evening.
Well, on behalf of the board, we're so pleased that you took advantage of this opportunity. And please tell other students who you think might be interested, share your experience, because we really want to continue this program and send students and bring students with this Sister City program. So thank you so much. And you all had a good time, right? All right. Okay. Well, thank you so much. And thank you to the parents.